Hey, I'm Scott, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't had a chance, please visit my website, scottcolegolf.com. And if you're getting some benefit out of the videos that I'm posting here on YouTube, please hit those like buttons and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so first, before I dive into the topic for this video, I just wanted to give you an update on what's been going on with me. So I haven't posted for a couple weeks, but I'm getting back into the swing of things with my health. It's been exactly 1 month since my colectomy surgery back on December 16th, and everything has progressed very well. I meet with my surgeon next week to determine any further course of action. I don't think there's going to be any. I think they removed everything they needed to remove. And I also want to ask him about when I can really dive into my strength training. I've started lifting weights again, but I'm avoiding the big compound movements such as the squat and the deadlift because of all the work they do cutting you up throughout the abdomen. So because the core is so involved in those exercises, I have to avoid those for now. But I have been doing some pressing exercises as of late. So I'm getting back under the bar as far as the barbell goes, and I've been doing a lot of dumbbell work and other stuff. So, all right, so let's dive into what you should be doing to prepare for the upcoming golf season. I live in Maryland, near DC, so it's kind of cold here now, and for me, since I'm pretty much a warm weather golfer these days, I will not get out to swing a golf club until it's at least in the mid-50s again consistently. We have a day now and then where we'll get into the 50s, and then we get back down into the 30s and the 20s and all that stuff. So we haven't had any snow yet this season, this winter, since December or whatever, a few snowflakes, but we have not had any accumulation yet. Not much in the forecast that I can see, but it's just cold now. So I just stay inside. So if you have a situation similar to me, it's cold where you live, then here's what you can be doing. I highly recommend that you study the fundamentals of the golf swing. There are lots of books out there. My website has some good information. If you go to the Start Here page, I run through all the fundamentals of the golf swing and what you can be doing to train those. You know, work on your setup, your grip, all that stuff. If you're a golfer who struggles getting much distance off the tee, you're a new golfer, let's say you can't break 100 or 90 or whatever, then I highly recommend that you work on your swing sequencing to improve your overall golf swing. If you can get the swing sequencing down better heading into golf season, that will automatically increase your swing speed. So I've got videos here on the YouTube channel, the kinematic sequence of the golf swing, over on the website as well, where I break down exactly step by step how to work on your swing sequencing. So starting, including footwork, just basically working on the transition from the backswing to the downswing and all that stuff. So that's where a lot of golfers just get off, especially at the transition from backswing to downswing. They start it with the upper body, and that's where they lose their power and all that stuff. So work on your sequencing. If you have a particular swing flaw that you know about, you've had your swing diagnosed through video, or you know that you hit a big slice or whatever, work on slow motion golf swings. If you can do slow motion golf swings where you're working on trying to fix what we call your critical ball flight error. So let's say you hit a big slice because you come over the top, then you want to do some slow motion swings to try and fix that particular issue. Again, I've got a video here, how to fix your slice, on the channel. You can go to my website and all that stuff to learn how to deal with that issue. Work on slow motion golf swings. You have to be able to do this slowly before, you have to fix your swing in slow motion before it's going to translate into a faster golf swing. So Tiger Woods was well known. This was expressed by Hank Haney. Tiger would get in front of his mirror and just work on what changes he was trying to make in slow motion. Ben Hogan was known for doing a slow motion golf swing that would take him literally 10 minutes from start to finish. He wanted to feel every piece of his swing from start to finish. So you don't have to go to those lengths, but if you understand what you need to try and fix, then work on that in slow motion, 100 swings a day if you can. You know, nice and slow. Take 30 seconds to run through your swing. And yes, obviously, that'll take some time if you do 100 of those. So maybe not quite that slow. I also recommend using a heavy club as you're trying to work on those slow motion swings. First, work without the club in your hand, and then a heavy club will give you a lot more stimulus to feel the positions that you need to be in throughout the swing based on what you're trying to correct. All right. For many of you, you need to get into the gym as well. There is no excuse for a golfer now to not get stronger. We've seen what Bryson DeChambeau and Rory McIlroy have been able to do by going into the gym. And now a lot of tour players are following suit. Now some are going in the direction what Scotty Scheffler is doing. He's doing the forever golf stuff. He's mainly working on mobility. Scotty's a pretty big guy. He's pretty strong as it is without having to do a lot of strength training. But if you're a typical golfer over 50 and you don't have a lot of muscle mass, if you've never done any strength training in your life, you're losing muscle mass every year. And what I'm seeing from a lot of the golf fitness gurus is having 70-year-old men with skinny legs doing plyometrics and just working on a little bit of rotation and all this kind of stuff that makes no sense if you don't have any strength to begin with. So get in the gym, start lifting weights, and that will help you maintain distance over time, especially if you can combine that with some mobility training. Yes, mobility training is definitely critical for us older golfers. But strength is even more important. If you're not training for strength, you are really missing out on prolonging your golf career. I mean, Gary Player is not a big dude, but he always did some sort of strength training, not to the level that I would recommend, but he at least did something through his whole career. And now he's 90 years old and he's still playing golf. I have no idea what kind of golf he plays. I don't see how far he hits it, but he hits it better than Jack Nicklaus does now. You know, Jack has shrunk in stature quite a bit. I think Gary's just as tall as Jack is now. Jack is not in good shape. Gary's in pretty good shape for a 90-year-old man, and he's still able to play golf pretty decently at his age. He's able to hit it better than Jack, and I would argue Lee Trevino probably can too. Lee has always just kind of been, you know, you could see by his forearms and his solid build that he was generally a strong individual, as was Jack back in the day. But Lee stayed active playing golf Whereas Jack, I think, he had hip replacements. He played tennis back in the day. I don't know if that wrecked his hips or not, but Jack doesn't move around very well. Trevino's 86 now, Player's 90. Those guys, if you want to play at an advanced age at a decent level, then you got to train for strength. So I can't argue that point hard enough. All right, and I mentioned the mobility training, so get involved in a stretching program, do some yoga. Yes, some of the golf mobility stuff out there I see is fine. I don't think you have to do a lot of the stuff. If you just do yoga, that's going to go a long way. So if you can do yoga once or twice a week along with your strength training, you'll be way ahead of the game. And if you're stuck indoors, my last tip to train for winter golf, for your winter golf training, is to work on your putting. Get yourself a putting mat. Work on those 3-foot putts, 4-foot putts. Use the gate drill. 100 putts a day. Make 100 in a row from 3-4 feet, and work on improving your stroke. I have a nice mat that rolls out to about 12 feet. So, I work on my stroke. I use a device from Eyeline Golf that you can find on my website. That helps me work on a consistent stroke, and there's no excuse for not building a better putting stroke over the winter while you're stuck indoors. So, all right, so those are my tips for winter golf training. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, check out scottcolegolf.com. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you down the road.